Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. And I am your host. Yeah, you better believe I am. I am your host for I Am Smart, the quiz where people look to improve their art, their lives, and their selves through learning and earn the right to say, I am smart. The format of the quiz, very simple, very straightforward. 3 rounds of questions for your brain, 3 musings for your imaginosphere. That looks like an M. A 2-point bonus round at the end. 20 points overall. That's what we've got. That's what we're working towards. All you're going to need for this quiz, something to write with. I've got a pencil. Something to write on. Maybe a packet of Lay's barbecue. I mean, they don't go together necessarily, but if you had a Sharpie, that would be fine, I'm sure. A brain for thinking and an imaginosphere for imagining. Optional. A beverage. Because it's got absolutely nothing to do with the actual quiz. We do like to start these things with a toast. We do like to start these things with a toast. A shared activity to bring us all together as a single learning collective. And today's is courtesy of Instagram user. I do put the call out every week to say, hey, what should I toast? 22 people saw it. I think about 4 or 5 people got back to me this week. Still a lot of people afraid of their own joy, but one person who wasn't is Eldridge Joanne, who says simply, to midsummer. It is the time of year where the sun is at its highest, where our relationship to it is at its closest, where the pagans all come out with their lovely smocks and their wonderful twig-based headdresses, and they're all having a wonderful time. And it also means that it's getting very hot. You'll notice my traditional fancy Quizmaster jacket on the back of the chair. And that's because it's already getting to be a sweaty situation. You might be able to hear the fan that I've got on over here. You can't quite see because of the green screen technology, but there is some slight billowage in the backdrop because of the fan, but it's absolutely necessary. And if you're hoping at one point in the course of the quiz to see me putting that on, a second layer, my God, you're absolutely out of your mind. It's 35 degrees. You're absolutely mental. To midsummer. Cheers. Double dip for that first one. Why not? Why not? Hello, Smarties. Who do we have in the boat today? The Smarty boat. Who have we got? I'm excited to see you all. I really am. Hello, gang, says TB Douglas. Hello, gang. Hello, TB. I hope you're doing well today. Definitely Not Duda says hello, and I say hello too, definitely. Maple Panda, hello. Hello to you. Hi, Smarties. And SJ Beck 72. A lovely little gang, to take TB's word there. A lovely gang of Smarties. A gang of learners. So, we've got some... the high point scorer last episode, it was a couple of weeks ago now, but the high point scorer was your friend and mine, I believe, Nana Hobbob. Scored was it Nana Hobbob? Let me just double check, because the last thing I'd want to do is to give you false information. This isn't fake news. Yeah, absolutely, Nana Hobbob, and a hearty round of congratulations to Nana. It seems as though Nana is not here, which means that Nana forgoes, unfortunately, I don't make the rules, but forgoes their right to choose a quiz round for this week, which is a shame. Oh my God, it's a shame. But as I say, those are the rules. These are the rounds that we will be picking from today. A round of applause given by definitely, I assume, to Nana. That's lovely stuff. You like to see that. We've got a Usey Choose. We've got an order. We've got a NART. We've got an anagram, a ding dong, an alphabet, a movie ladder. There will always be a movie ladder. Musicalage, yay or nay, Notmewood, Spotlight, Haikuesday, and hey, who dat artiste? So we're going to be choosing 3 from this selection of 12. A dozen rounds. Gosh, I don't think we often make enough of that. Really impressive stuff. Anyway, let's pick some rounds, guys. Let's pick some rounds. That's not a bad little trio. Interesting to get movie ladder again. Second time in a row for that. Notmewood we did not too long ago as well. Which is a little bit of a shame because that's one of your more time intensive rounds to create. That's a little bit of a shame. But that's, it's going to be a great round. And a Haikuesday, which I completed behind the scenes goss maybe 2 hours ago. So that one's nice and fresh. Nice and fresh. Let's have a look at the musings to plan our route through. We have got a Haikuesday. I might be kicking off with that one. Movie ladder. Yeah, maybe we'll go on to that one next. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that. So if you're ready for quizzing, guys, if you're ready to be tested, then let's absolutely make that happen. Let's get the Haikuesday in there. Let's get movie ladder in there. And let's get hooray for Notmewood in there. And we got some art. We got positivity party. My gosh, there's too much to get through. Let's just kick off with a quiz. Haikuesday there. Lordy Lord. Please don't jump ahead of me, guys. Please don't jump ahead of me. That's not going to end up going well. Guys, poems are great. We all know this. Poems are great because they don't say exactly what they mean, do they? There's always an element of interpretation. You could be reading a poem that's talking about an Olympic high jumper, but it's actually about making assumptions about people based on their tattoos, yeah? Because of jumping to conclusions. As an artiste, you need to be able to interpret them properly. So I've written 5 poems here, and you just need to tell me what they are about. But I'm going to give you a clue because I'm a nice guy and I want you to do well. I want to give you that self-esteem boost. So the topic that all of these haikus will be adhering to, Canadians. We're talking about famous artistic Canadians, which is always a fun topic, I think, because our biases, I think, and the similarity between the American and the Canadian accent means that a lot of the time you'll hear a vaguely North American accent and you'll think, gosh, this is probably an American. But then, twist alert, they're actually very polite and they are Canadians. Maple Panda's loving it. Love Canadians. They are the best. Could not agree more. I would say they're an equal best with everybody else. And TB Douglas jumping in with the exclamation mark Streamlabs vibing. That's really nice. That's really nice. Thank you very much. So let's get on with our first haiku. Which Canadian is this describing? He's an ace actor. He plays dumb, but it's a mask made of rubber, probs. That's nice. That's a lovely way to start, isn't it? That's a lovely way to start. Hope everybody else is managing to stay cool wherever you are in the world. As I did mention at the top of the show, it is pretty unpleasant here in New York asterisk, aka Hoboken. It is incredibly hot at the moment. Let's have an actual look at the 34 feels like 37, and in old money, that is 93 feels like 99. So if I do appear a little bit sweaty over the course of this quiz, it is absolutely not my fault. It's kind of appropriate for what I'm going through. Haikuesday number 2. He's only 30, but has been famous for years, since baby. He's only 30, but has been famous for years. Yep, since baby, baby. That is excellent emote work, TB. Very much sunglasses and firestorms. That's how I feel whenever I take my boys out for a little wee out the back. Out the back of the building, not they wee in the normal way. Wow, says SJBeck72. Thank you. That is a wow that has the subtext of you're being incredibly brave, and I thank you very much. And agree. Haiku number 3. A low-key actor doesn't drive his points across. He just does enough. A low-key actor doesn't drive his points across. He just does enough. That's all he does. Not too much. Just enough. Maple Panda's a fan. Maple Panda's a fan. That's what I'm getting from that multi-arrowed heart there. And who wouldn't be? My goodness. Number 4, record sales. Enough to impress Brad Pitt, though she's not of him. That shouldn't be of him, should it, I suppose? That's yeah. And that's nice because that logically would be read a different way to how I'm intending it, which kind of shows that it's pretty impressive writing. Yeah. If you're ever curious as to why a piece of my writing is as impressive as it is, you can always ask. You can always ask. I love getting those kinds of questions. And then the final one is directed great films from his arrival till now. Not doomed too shabby. Directed great films from his arrival till now. Not doomed too shabby. This is one of those ones that you might know who they are, but you can't necessarily remember who they are. If you know, you know. And there's your 5. There's your 5. If you need to see any of those again, please do let me know. But in the meantime, we've got to get on with the musing. The musing for these ones, Canadians. Oh, we love Canadians. Canadians are known as a very polite people. What's the most extreme version of that? Detail a scenario in which you act with superhuman politeness. You could be put under a huge amount of duress, perhaps. They might be particularly unpleasant to you, and you respond to that with kindness, with politeness. Or it could just be a really kind of wacky situation that nobody would expect you to be polite in. Bang. Bang. You drop in a little bit of unexpected politeness. It's up to you. Just give me some. It's this phrase that I was quite taken with when I came up with it. Supernatural politeness. What does that look like? Up to you. Nana hop up. Hello, Nana. Sorry for my tardiness, although I probably would have chosen Haikuesday, Notmewood, or Movie Ladder. Well, can I shock you? I'm going to shock you. God, to see the look on your face. The 3 rounds that we have chosen are... Oh, no, I threw that one. Where did it go? It went on the floor. Pride comes before a fall. I was being a little bit cocky with my presentation there, but it was Movie Ladder. I was giving it a big one of these, and I maybe shouldn't have done. I see that now. And that's on me. But Nana, as ever, overjoyed to see you. Thank you for giving me part of your Sunday. Thank you to all of you for giving me part of your Sunday. TB, I think I got them all except for number 2. As in, you'd like to see number 2 again? There it is. There it is. If that wasn't what you wanted, then you just got a little bonus extra peek. Yes, please. There we go. He's only 30, but has been famous for years. Since baby. Baby. I suppose that should be since he was a baby. Or should it? Leave me out of it, guys. God, leave me out of it. And there we go. I said, let's go back to main. Guys, I said, and I absolutely stand by the fact that I am very grateful to each and every one of you for giving me part of your Sunday. Every single time that you show up is obviously a great decision on your part because you're getting some wonderful live entertainment, but it does make me very happy. I love to see a lovely, fulsome smarty boat of smarties sailing on the imaginospheres. Let's start the ad now. It makes me very, very happy to see you, but it's not all about me, guys. It's about you guys as well. As I say, every week I ask people on Instagram, tell me things that make you happy. What makes you happy? I do this for 2 reasons. One, the more functional reason is I want something to toast. Today we were toasting Midsummer to Midsummer. But also, in a very generous way, it allows my Instagram acolytes to really think about it. It's a wonderful question. What are you happy about right now is a wonderful question to ask because it makes you focus on it. It makes you focus on that happiness. And I like to do a little celebration of that. Each show, we dwelt on the Midsummer. That's wonderful. But there are other ones too. And even if we can't delve into each and every one of them, they still deserve to be celebrated. So I'm hoping that you'll indulge me in a little bit of positivity. Shall we do it? Let's do it. Oh. These are the things that were making the acolytes happy this week. Saturday show. I don't do a show on Saturday, so it must be somebody else. The Foo Fighters. Hell of a band. Hell of a band. Summer weather in England, at last. Lovely stuff. Lovely bit of sunshine in the UK. Foo Fighters, Taylor Swift, and Girls Aloud playing London last night. Oh, wonderful. Some lovely rock. Foo Fighters getting their second shout out. Lovely rock. And some lovely people to look at there, Girls Aloud. Family photos, time for baking, Birkenstocks, matcha lattes, Beautiful stuff. Bare feet on cold tiles on a hot day. Toast and jam. Dappled light. Football on every single day, thanks to the Euro 2024 Championships. Thank you so much to everybody who got back to me. These are the things that were making people happy this week. Thank you for your positivity. Wonderful stuff. God, that just puts a spring in your step, doesn't it? Oh, I feel wild. I feel like climbing a ladder. Whoop. Wonderful stuff. Thank you, TB. Wonderful lifetainment is better than Sunday chores. A truer phrase has never been spoken. Guys, all actors are connected, okay? They've all met each other, yeah? They've all been in things with each other, yeah? They've all been papped, just hanging out at a farmer's market with each other, buying some good quality produce, yeah? Wonderful stuff. But this tests that, so you know who is who. Very, very simple. I'm going to give you a ladder of movies, and you just need to fill in that ladder. For each one of these, you need to let me know somebody who was in the film above and the film below. For each of these, there is only one correct answer, except for one of them, but you're not going to get that. One correct answer. Somebody is in the one above, one below, one above, one below, one above, one below. This is what we're dealing with. TB Douglas, thank you again. Thank you again. Your diligence is a credit to your people. I don't even know who they are. Maybe it's the Danes. So, on the ladder this week, we've got Bad Boys Ride or Die, one of the biggest films of the year. We've got Independence Day, a 90s classic. We've got Jurassic Park, another 90s classic. We've got Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which, if you're not into if you're not into colonized subtitles, is Captain America 2. Snowpiercer, about a very cold train. We need to talk about Kevin, which is a film about a very troubled young man and how his parents deal with it. I'll give you a couple of moments to fill in the ladder. Nana says Euros and Copa America. Too much football? ? Well, there are those for whom football is pretty much their best thing. You say, hey, what's your best thing? Some people would say family. Some people would say, my health, if they've been through a tough health situation. But there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of guys across England, the UK, a lot of guys across South America, those boys, that will just say football. Football is my best thing. There is nothing better than football. And so for those people to have two competing football tournaments simultaneously, but, and here's the key detail here, on separate time zones. So I'm pretty sure if you play your cards right, you could have around 18 hours of football each and every day. This is something akin to some kind of Mardi Gras for them, you know. TB Douglas, guys and girls. Oh, TB, thank you for picking me up on that. My God, girls love football too. Not as many. We as a society don't push them into those kinds of interests in the way that we do the chaps. But absolutely, some of these young ladies, way into it. Absolutely way into it. You have lady referees now. Lady pundits. I think that's enough time. Bad Boys Ride or Die, Independence Day, Jurassic Park, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Snowpiercer. We need to talk about Kevin. What's this doing down here? Because I like to have a little connection. What's the connection between Bad Boys: Ride and Die, the fourth Bad Boys film, and we need to talk about Kevin, about a a very troubled young individual who really doesn't get along with his parents. This is about bad boys, and the Kevin of this film is a very bad boy. Very bad boy indeed. You would believe how hard I worked to try and get The Omen as this final one, but just not enough famous people in it, unfortunately. David Warner, yeah, sure, he's, you'd recognize him if you saw him, but would you be able to pick out some David Warner films out of a lineup? I don't think that's realistic to ask of people. Ditto Gregory Peck. So let's go with the musing for this. We're talking about bad boys all the way here. You worry that your son is turning, oh, there's a little bit of spelling there, turning into a bad boy. What is your plan to move him back to being a good boy? So we've in this scenario, whether you are childless or childed, we've got to use that imaginosphere. You have sired a child, or you're just in charge of a child. You're the legal guardian. Maybe you haven't produced this child with your own biologics. Maybe this is just a child that is, under your management. You just marshal this child, and you worry this boy's going to turn into a bad boy. You worry this boy he's at a crossroads, thinking, do I go down the good boy route or the bad boy route? You're worried that he's starting to take those first steps down the bad boy route. However that might be in your world. Maybe he's, started smoking. Ooh, that's pretty bad for a boy. Maybe he started drinking. Ooh. Or maybe that's a few too many steps down the road and you're dialing it back a little bit. Maybe he's just started wearing Dr. Martens shoes. Seems a little anti-establishment. Maybe he just chews gum in a very aggressive manner towards his elders. Whatever it is, picture that in your mind. What's your plan? What's your game plan to bring him back into the side of the light? Yeah? Definitely not Doodle. We have a new kitten. News! Wonderful news. New kitten. Fabulous. Sometimes a bad boy. So I look forward to everyone's suggestions, but he's also a very good boy and very floofy. Gosh. I mean, if you wish to give some kind of report on this kitten, avec photos, perhaps, maybe something that you could send to iamnotme, iamart at gmail.com. I think we could probably spare some time in art right now next week to go through a little profile in excellence of definitely this new kitten. But we want to. I mean, I think it's the prerogative of every pet to kind of walk that line between good boys and bad boys. Jesus and the Scamp, my God, I can't stress to you how good they are, and yet sometimes they do things makes me want to throw them out of a window. It's called being a parent, guys. Yeah, it's called being a parent. Let's go back to Maine. Speaking of, I can definitely do that. Wonderful. I look forward to it. And speaking of art right now, next week, guys, speaking of art right now, you guys might have a little bit of homework to be doing.
Snap Quest is almost nigh a test for your creative eye. You simply must give it a try, and this week's prompt is... Yes, that's right. It's colours. Take a photo that exemplifies colour in some way. Bright colours, muted colours, your favourite colours, just one colour, many different types of colours, whatever you want. Take a photo and send it to me. And if you are thinking of turning the world upside down by sending in a black and white photograph, you're just who I've been looking for.
There we go. Oh, we don't have a Snap Quest thing, TB. That's. I thought I did a little spate of them before in Streamlabs for the for more art right now type focuses. Let's have a look. Where are you, Cloudbot? Yeah, so we've got an art right now next week. There will be a Snap Quest that will form the backbone of the episode. And I figured, it will be the 30th, I think, the 30th of June which is 30 days as September, April, June. So it's literally the final day of the Pride Month, the absolute last day. So I thought it's kind of, it encapsulates everybody. If you are pro-Pride, if you're loving a bit of Pride Month, then it can be a last hurrah, a lovely celebration of looking back on everything that we were able to celebrate this Pride Month. So you're covered. And if you aren't a fan of Pride at all and you're just miserable about it all, that's absolutely fine. This works for you as well. You can look at this as a wonderful reclamation of bright colours from those terrifying gays. So everybody's covered for here. Whether you like Pride, whether you don't like Pride, there's something for you. Colours, SnapQuest, next week. I can't wait to see what your things are. So what do we do? Yeah, so we've got all of the not memes. Okay. Anagram, art bet. Yeah, we've done loads of images down on SnapQuest, but I'll do one for next week, TB. Thank you again for calling me on my nonsense. Yeah. We've got one final round to do, guys, and it is an absolute humdinger, barn burner, barnstormer, dinger hum. Hooray for Notmewood. What if Notme, was an actor, but like a proper actor with training and an agent and lots of free stuff, even though I can afford to pay for stuff now because I'm getting paid lots for being an actor? Is there a film that I could not improve? That's the conceit we're playing with in this round. I have taken someone with whom I would honestly love to co-star, and I've inserted myself into 5 of their films. There we go. There's 5 of their films. Who is my co-star this week? Your friend and mine. Everybody's favorite activist slash kook slash child collector. It's Angelina Jolie. My goodness, isn't she a dynamite looking woman? Wonderful, wonderful stuff. But just in that face and that expression, she's just there's an edge that some people find quite intoxicating. So you just need to let me know. I'm going to give you the still that I've inserted myself into. I'm going to tell you the name of the film. You just need to let me know whose role I have taken. That's what TB has delightfully, beautifully helped me with there with another CloudBot command. Thank you, TB. Let's see me co-starring with Angelina Jolie. Film number 1, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Oh, there's a lot of distance. There's a lot of distance in this picture. A lot of distance, which is really showing. Look at that. There's a handspan of distance between us, which shows, really it's physical distance showing the emotional distance. That's what we're working with, guys. That's called cinematography. Whose role have I taken there? Number 2. Girl Interrupted. I have to say, you guys know that I'm absolutely loath to blow my own trumpet. I'm a very humble guy, very almost meek. Could you say meek? I think I'm meek. But I think this is the best kind of Photoshop job I've ever done. Something to do with the arm being in front of the beard, and the lighting looks really good. This might be the finest work of my Notmewood career. Thank you, TB. I will absolutely accept that agreement, I suppose. Co-star number 3. Whose role have I taken? In Wanted, you have my endorsement. Thank you, definitely. Thank you very much. Whose role have I taken in Wanted here? We're very close. You could really, I suppose you could see a scenario in which we kind of just have a little smooch from there, really, couldn't we? Just a little, it wouldn't be soft, I don't think. It'd be quite hard, but not in an unpleasant way. Number 4. The Tourist. Whose role have I taken in The Tourist? Again, this is another pretty good insertion of me into this particular role. Showing what I would look like with flowing tresses. It's not painful. It's not painful, but it's not painful to see myself with long, luscious hair like that. God gives and God takes away. And the final one, final one. Hackers. Hackers, eh? That's, I think maybe the angle's a little wrong there. And it should really have, it's like she's got some, like, we're both looking at a screen here. And the screen is projecting in a way that screens don't actually do, but it's movies, it's, you know, it's artistic license, projecting things onto the, and so I could have set up a projector. I could have bought a projector, but it's, you know, it's for one question in one round, guys. You know, you really got to put a ceiling on how much effort you go to for these things. I think it's pretty good. You should try blonde hair. Maybe I should. Blonde hair with a dark beard? You think that would work? In a kind of way where it's just like putting it on Front Street, like, yeah, it's dyed. Yeah, it's dyed. You're not going to get me there. I've got dyed blonde hair and a dark beard. Sue me. I'm a hacker. With short hair Angelina Jolie. Yeah, it's dyed. Could work. Could work. I think you've given me a lot to think about there, TB, and I thank you for that. Those are your 5 questions. Here's your one musing. When Angelina Jolie got married for the first time, she wore a t-shirt with her groom's name written on it in her own blood. What is a mental thing that you could do to make your wedding day terribly unique? We're looking at terribly unique wedding ideas. You know, I think these days, with the prevalence of social media, of an Instagram, people are looking for that unique vibe for their wedding. They want to do something that's never been done before. Absolutely never been done before. They want that unique quality to their wedding. Oh, we had a helter-skelter in ours. Perfect. Okay, lovely. Oh, we had food trucks at ours. Oh, superb. Okay. We had a David Beckham impersonator at ours. Okay, well, and what does he do? He just kind of walks up. Does he sound like David Beckham? A little bit. He mainly just looks like him. Enough to fool people into thinking that David Beckham actually came to your wedding. Not quite. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. That's great. That's great. Unfortunately, I'm busy, though. That's a busy weekend for me. Give yourself a... And again, don't feel limited. The example that we've got is blood name t-shirt. Now, I looked around for photos of this. No photos whatsoever. She didn't do it for the gram. She did it for the groom. What do you think? What do you think if you're getting married to somebody and they walk down the aisle, they're wearing a t-shirt with your name written on it in red, and you think, oh, is that blood? Is that blood? She written my name in blood? How do do you feel? Does that get you jazzed? Does that... Or are you just thinking of the logistics? You're just thinking of the hygiene of the whole situation? Difficult to say. Difficult to say. But it's a memorable wedding. You've got that USP. No one can take that away from you. Anybody need to see any of those again? No. Good. Lovely. Okay. Back to main. Back to main. And those are all your questions, guys. Those are all your questions. Very, very exciting. How are we all feeling? How are we all feeling? We're feeling confident? Think you've done quite well in those? It varies week to week, of course. You never know what's going to come up. I don't know what's going to come up. We do the random round selector for a reason. To keep it absolutely fresh and funky and unknown. Pretty good, says TB. I'm good. I'm glad. For the most part, yeah. I mean, if you got them all right, it wouldn't be as interesting. You want to get most, I think. I think that's an ideal quiz scenario for you. Half to most. I feel like, yeah, absolutely smashed it. Lovely stuff. I got a little bit more art for you guys. A little bit more art. A lot of people say to me, not me. You don't play an instrument, do you? I say no, not really. I can kind of dabble, but I don't really play an instrument particularly. They say you should write songs. It's a shame you can't play an instrument because you should write songs. And I say, well, I can't play an instrument, but sometimes I do play songs. I do write songs. Oh, feeling a little sunburned. And that I didn't do very well at Notmewood. Oh, Nana. Oh, Nana, that's a shame. For both instances, actually. For one of them, a little bit of aloe vera, a little bit of moisturizer just to kind of bring that skin back to life. And the other one, a bit of milkshake, I think, would probably make you feel a little bit better about a poor performance in Notmewood. A little bit of milkshake, maybe a donut of some kind. You know, one man's opinion. SJBX72, well started. We started well, but petered out towards the end. Well, I mean, a strong start is worth a lot in this game. And maybe you did better than you thought, is the thing. So yeah, like I say, I don't play an instrument, but I do write songs. And sometimes they're just songs for that moment. I'm, putting on my socks. Let's get a bit funky with it. But sometimes I think, do you know what? This is good enough to commit to some kind of art form. This is good enough for other people to see. Not good enough. This is just palatable enough. Not palatable enough. Mainstream enough, I suppose. Some of them get a little bit esoteric, but when it's mainstream, I think you guys can handle it. And this is one such song that came to me whilst I was taking a trip to Target.
Quest is almost there. Test for your.
This is the right one.
Making my way to Target, buying some food for my little guys. They're not allowed in Target, but if we're quick, nobody seems to mind. And now we're leaving Target. I got my boys some high quality food. Successful trip to Target. Breaking the rules, never tasted oh so good.
There you go. Rule breaking up me. Yeah. Yeah. You can call me a regular James Dean, because sometimes I'm a rebel without a cause. Yeah? Hey, if a former president can break the law, guys, it kind of means all bets are off. Yeah? Lovely emote work there, Maple Panda. That's really nice. That's really nice. Yeah. True rebel. Thank you. Just, like Johnny Rotten or Sid Vicious or Ant McPartlin when he did his drink drive. Just if I don't want to obey the rules, I won't. Most of the time, I do obey the rules, but in that type of situation, it's it's a lot less practical to not follow the rules, because then I got to take them for a walk, then I've got to come home, drop them off, then I've got to go for another walk myself, pick up the food, bring it back. So it's George Michael smashing into a Snappy Snaps. Absolutely. This is me going to Target and taking my dogs into the Target when they're not allowed to be in the Target is very much my George Michael smashing into Snappy Snaps. Yeah. George Mike. Let's try and think of it. No, George Michael. Snappy Snap. Let's just get on with the answers. But yeah, I'm glad that you've pointed that out. If it's good enough for George, it's good enough for me. Good Lord. Let's go for Haikuesday. Haikuesday was all about the Canadians. The musing was, Canadians are known as very polite people. But what's the extreme of that? Detail a scenario in which you act with superhuman, supernatural, super good politeness. That's what I want. Don't say it out loud though, guys. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat. That's where I need it. That's where I want it. That's where I crave it. Superhuman, supernatural politeness. As we go through these musings. He's an ace actor. He plays dumb, but it's a mask made of rubber, probs. Hopefully an easy one to start with. It's Jim Carrey. It's the wonderful Canadian Jim Carrey. Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask. They all came out in the same year. 1995, the year of Jim Carrey. We didn't know who he was. Then he was everywhere. And made of rubber, a mask made of rubber. He's got a very kind of rubbery, elasticy face. He's used it to great acclaim and financial, rich beyond his wildest dreams. Number 2, he's only 30, but has been famous for years since since Baby. Since baby, oh, it's Justin, oh. Justin Bieber. He's only 30 years old. He's lived many lifetimes, both as a cool guy and a cute guy and a guy who pees in buckets. So really running the whole gamut, really. Number 3, a low-key actor. He doesn't drive his points across. He just does knuff. Knuff? Is that a typo from Notme? No such thing, except for that one before when the question that was a typo, but this wasn't. I was talking about Ryan Gosling. Drive was where it's kind of coming out party, I suppose. A lot of people knew who he was after Drive. Incredibly violent film, really unpleasant at points. But this is the big one. He just does knuff. Ken from Barbie. That's basically the vibe. So well done if you got that one right. Number 4, record sales. Enough to impress Brad Pitt, though she's not with him. She's not with him? No, she's not impressed with him. Because if you're Brad Pitt, that don't impress her much. Shania Twain. Record sales. She... Let me see if I can get this up again. I mean, astonishing. Firstly, her real name's Eileen. Secondly, she sold over 100 million records, making her one of the best-selling musical artists of all time. And she's the best-selling female artist in country music history. But here's the one. Here we go. Come On Over, Twain's 3rd studio album, is recognized by Guinness World Records as the biggest-selling studio album by a female solo artist ever. Shania Twain. Unbelievable. Well done, Eileen. Well done, her. And then the final one. Directed great films from his arrival till now. Not doing too shabby. He is not doing too shabby. It's that Canadian one, isn't he? He's what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve. He directed Arrival with Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner and Forrest Whitaker, I believe. He also directed Dune and Dune 2. But I've turned Dune 2 into Doing 2. Again, that's great writing. That's great writing. So well done if you got that one right, especially. I think you probably give yourself a croc point for that if you want. If you want to give yourself a croc point, I'm certainly not going to stand in your way. Let's make that official. If you got that last one right, have a croc point. Have a croc point. Well done, you. Musings. Let's go through these. Canadians are known as very polite people. What's the most extreme version of that detail or scenario in which you act with supernatural politeness? T.B. Douglas. When I say I'm pleased with a haircut because I'm too polite to point out that they didn't listen to the very specific instructions I gave them. Yeah, that's lovely politeness. Because they've ruined your life. For a very short time, it's going to grow back. But for that time, every time you look in the mirror, they've ruined your life. You thought, no, I wanted a Rachel Bob, but you've given me a Bob Rachel. Oh, is there a better version of that? I was looking for a Rachel Bob. They gave me I walked in here and I asked for a Rachel Bob, and you've given me a Bob Hoskins. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. They've absolutely decimated your hair and you look like a chump. You look like the flippin' star of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Not at all like the Rachel Bob. And how's that? Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's lovely actually. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, looks great. You get home, you jump on it, Amazon, or you jump on Bing. Hats. I need to buy me some hats. Great stuff, TB. Lovely. Definitely not dude. When I'm at a bar and I'm trying to get a drink, but people keep ordering it before me, and I let them. Because I'm just too polite. Yeah, it's tough. I was in that situation last weekend, the weekend before, when it was detailed in the art right now, when I was hanging out with all the Croatian football fans, and there was a lot of people jumping in ahead. And I don't want to use that as a way for people to discriminate against Croatians, but from that one interaction, you think, well, a lot of them aren't great people. But then I had a guardian angel step in. He was a heavy-set chap. He was wearing a bucket hat. But he said, hey, bud, you're next. And he waved down the bartender. And he said, this guy. A chubby Croatian angel blessed me with the ability to buy a beer. And so I'd like to say to you out there, wherever you are, whatever your name was, Zatko or whatever, thank you. Yeah? Because I was being too polite. I had a case of the definitely's. I was being too polite, and I was allowing those Croatian scumbags to jump ahead of me. I needed my Croatian guardian angel. So yeah, that's lovely. Well done, definitely. Nana, when some representatives of a religious group come up to our door to try to recruit us to their cause, I'm really not interested, but I try to smile and nod while they make their pitch and wish them well on the remainder of their route. That's good of you, Nana. That's good of you, because to be clear, what they're doing there is they're trying to absolutely save your everlasting soul. Because what they've got in their head is that they're right and you're wrong. And if you were, for instance, going to be walking, if you saw somebody looking at their phone and they're about to walk off a cliff into a pit of eternal fire, you'd say to them, hey, guy, do you want to maybe not? That's what they're doing for you, yeah? And unless they've got the specific religion correct, I think it's Catholicism. Did we work that out? It's Presbyterianism. It's one of them. But if they haven't got that right, then they are wrong. But you've got to let them do it, you know? You've got to let them do it. And they're saying, okay, yeah, so we're you know, religious group, and gosh, we'd love to have you on our team. And you say, do you celebrate Christmas? And they say, oh, no, we don't celebrate Christmas at all. And you say, do you celebrate birthdays? And they say, oh, no birthdays, no Christmas, no birthdays. You say, well, they're two of my favorite days of the year, actually. Well, you won't be able to do that with us, but it's still great. Oh, you should come on over. If you get into a terrible accident or you get a terrible disease, you're not allowed to have blood transfusions. It's like it's a tough sales pitch for them to be able to do. So you just got to just smile and nod. Just smile and nod. You've done a wonderful thing there, Nana. Certainly a Canadian level of politeness. So well done, you. Maple Panda, when I continue to queue politely in M&S Cafe when a large family group push in front of me and all place separate orders. There's a queue in this world, okay? Especially Marks and Spencer's. If we can't queue in Marks and Spencer's, what are we? What are we? What kind of terrible Mad Max dystopia is this? Where even in Marks and Spencer's you can't be guaranteed of a good quality queue. Oh, Maple, my hat's off to you. My hat's off to you. Or my maple syrup. I give you a cheers with maple syrup. Maple syrup cheers for being polite. Oh, that's very sweet. Lovely stuff. Some lovely croc points coming through. Well done, TB. Well done, definitely. Oh, for Nana. Well done, Nana. A Bob Ross. Yeah, that's the scenario. This is the yeah. Do I like this haircut? Absolutely not. I came in here with photos, with video, with a recommendation from Jennifer Aniston herself. I asked you for a Rachel Bob. You've given me a Bob Ross. Sure, I should have worked out that something was wrong when you were trying to afro my hair up something fierce, but I thought you had a process. I thought you were an artiste. Instead of just an admittedly decent quality hairdresser in terms of the edge, because it does look like Bob Ross. I'll take my hat off to you for that. It does look like Bob Ross. It is art. But it's absolutely not what I was asking for. You want to clean your ears out, pal. What's customary? 15% tip? Okay, there we go. Points all round, guys. Points all round. Thanks, not me. It was a trying time. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Retromang, hello to you. Don't point at me. Oh, Retromang, how love. Everybody else, Retromang is has been a regular viewer for my Wednesday evening streams where I've been playing video games. Retromang is a wonderful creator of video game levels on the video game Super Mario Maker. So please, everybody, welcome Retromang. Thank you so much for tuning in, Retromang. This is what else I do. Let's go for movie ladder. The musing here. You worry that you're. Oh, I didn't. I thought I did fix that. You worry that your son is turning into a bad boy. What's your plan to move him back to being a good boy? Thank you, Nana. That's good. That's lovely. This is the Ready Game Inspire. Yeah. That's what Retromang knows. How are you getting your bad boy to be a good boy again? And bear in mind, this has real-world applications vis-a-vis definitely not Duda's new kitten. Okay, so let's really help definitely out to get that kitten back on the straight and narrow. None of this like hanging around with gangs outside, switchblades, greasy hair, yeah, smoking, yeah, all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, here's your movie ladder. Here is your movie ladder. Bad Boys Ride or Die, Independence Day, Jurassic Park, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Snowpiercer, and we need to talk about Kevin. Who was in Bad Boys Ride or Die and Independence Day? This is an easy one, guys. This was a gimme. Will Smith, of course. We've all forgiven him now. He's happy to slap somebody in public, and that was wrong, but now he's made Bad Boys 4. He's a good guy again. He's a good guy. Good guy, Will Smith. Nice guy. Nice guy. Like him. Like him. Independence Day in Jurassic Park. Oh, It's Jeff Goldblum. Of course it's Jeff Goldblum. Of course it's Jeff Goldblum. Jurassic Park and Captain America the Winter Soldier. This is tricky. There's not actually that many more super famous people in Jurassic Park. I was thinking maybe Sam Neill. I was thinking maybe Laura Dern. But then in terms of other things, it's difficult to put them in. Fix them in. Richard Attenborough. Really popular? No, it's an early role. This one could be sneaky. An early role for Samuel L. Jackson, playing a guy back when he had hair. That's how you know it's an old Samuel L. Jackson performance. Back when he was a haired man. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Snowpiercer. This one's a little bit easier. This one, of course, the lead of both is Chris Evans. The very handsome, the very wonderful, the very personable Chris Evans. If you've seen him place his hand on his chest and fall about laughing, you might have just fallen in love as well. And Snowpiercer, and we need to talk about Kevin, the bad guy in this, the harangued kind of good guy in this. It is the wonderful, the bananas Tilda Swinton. Oh, she's great. Oh, she's great. She was in an art exhibit once. She was an art exhibit where they just put her in a box. They just put her in a box. Do you want to come and see Tilda Swinton in a box? That's art, baby. That is art. Well done if you got those right. Yeah, if there's any crop points available in that. Jurassic Park and Captain America the Winter Soldier, I think would probably be the trickiest one, but I'm confident you could have got that one. The musing was, you worried that your son is turning into a bad boy. What's your plan to move him back to being a good boy? It's odd wording, isn't it? Odd wording for that one, but can't question it now. Retromang, scratch him behind the ears and say, who's a good boy, who's a good boy. Now this is, what you've done is very interesting there, Retromang, because I think that works exceptionally for kittens. Check. I think that works exceptionally for dogs. Check. They love a scratch behind the ear. Once you get into the realms of son, who's a good boy with a scratch behind the ears? The scratch behind the ears is, everybody loves a good itch. A big scratch on the back feels amazing as a human being. But then the who's a good boy, will they find that patronizing? I don't know. I don't have a son. Well, I do, but he's, as I say, in the aforementioned dog category. But a human son, how would they take that? I'm not sure. Especially if that's maybe at school, in view of his friends. You pick him up from school. Oh, hey, how's school today? Yeah, it was okay. I did quite well on my algebra test. Little scratch behind the ears. Good boy. That's a good boy. Well done. Proud of you. And you just grab his head. As you would a cat or dog. Some boys wouldn't be into that, but that wasn't specified. You've gone into being a good boy for cats and dogs. Perfect stuff. Really, really good work. Really good work. And do you know what? Maybe more human parents should try it with their human children. I'm not a parenting expert. I'm just a great dad of 2 dogs. Lovely stuff. You can get a point for that. That's fun, isn't it, Retromang? You showed up late and you've already earned yourself a point. SJBX72, make him watch The Karate Kid. Lovely, lovely work. A wonderful, wonderful film. Just absolutely dripping, like a BLT sandwich, where just good lessons are just spilling out of it. Oh, I can't. Ooh. It's the kind of, it's so, as if it was a burger, if Karate Kid were a burger, it would be so overflowing with good life lessons for young boys to turn them into good boys that you would have to, it would necessitate a burger sheath, wouldn't it? A burger sheath for you to just capture all that in. Great stuff. And so low touch for you. You're worried about your son. You're worried about your child. Check it out. Karate Kid. It's on Hulu. Okay, perfect. Bosh. Sit there. I'm going to go practice my guitar, whatever it is you want to do, SGFX72. Good parenting. Good parenting. Nana Hobop, neutering. Remember that our son, in this case, is a kitten. Okay. Let's work this through. Neutering a kitten. Sure. That will rob them of a lot of the testosterone that does lead to bad behavior. Both of my sons have been neutered. They are beanless. They are without beans. And for us and our family, that's been nothing but a good thing. Bubble. Again, when we get into the realm of boys, of human boys, maybe we've got some issues here. Yeah, maybe we've got some issues here. If you're looking to give your child a lovely hobby to distract them from some of the dangers and temptations that are out there on the street, yeah, I'm talking about sniffing glue, then maybe you could neuter safe in the knowledge that say, hey, maybe choir singing would be good for you, because your voice is going to stay tippity top. You might grow also. There's interesting stories about castrated young singers in the olden days growing to freakishly tall heights because they, their hormones and their growth things are all over the place. So that could be an issue as well. If you want to, hey, I'm going to give my son some height so that he can, feel nice and confident in himself. I'm also going to give him an angelic singing voice. Maybe neutering's the right idea. Lovely. Definitely not due to just keep buying him treats and toys and cuddles, but putting him in sky jail when he's being naughty. Sky jail? What are we talking about? Sky jail? Definitely not Duda. Because in my head immediately, what sky jail says to me is from the Halloween Disney movie, Hocus Pocus. Yeah? I'm thinking of the thing that's hanging from the ceiling in the witches. There's also one in no, it's the same one, isn't it? It's the same one. I was thinking Power Rangers with the two bullies, but I believe it's still Hocus Pocus, but it's just the bullies who get put in the basket. I mean, it's tough but fair, and it's the highs and lows. Yeah, you get the highs. Here's some treats. Here's some cuddles. Here's some toys. Here's some good stuff. You make the good world so much more appealing, as good as it can be. Just rivers of chocolate, and like the apartment from Big, yeah, trampolines and big, boxing dinosaurs and arcade games. But you say to your boy, if you start messing up, I can take this away like that. It all goes back to the store. Okay? Try me. Try me and see how fast you're sleeping on the floor. That kind of thing. Give it a bing. Sky jail pets. Well, I have to do that now, don't I? I have to do that. It's back to main. Am I going to have a... Oh, no, yeah. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Here we go. Where are we? Where are we? Chrome? Chrome? Where are we? Chrome? There we go. How big is that? That's too big. Oh, because it's on that screen, isn't it? So if I put it up on this screen, that will be smaller. How's that doing? That's not terrible. Do it a little bit more like that. That's still too big. How can that still be too big? It's wide as well. Oh, that's not changing anything, is it? That's not changing anything. So let's just... Okay. So let's have a look at this. Oh no, that's, oh, it's that one down there. That's the issue. Okay. Okay. Sky Jail pets. Huh? Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind. That's just kind of regular jail for pets. Video prison animal programs are benefiting both inmates and... Okay. That's not what I thought would come up. That's fine. Thought it was where you just picked them up. Oh, you just picked them up? Let's try... Regular search. Utilizing canine... Anyone wondering how to weigh a squirmy taut sky jail? Is this what we were talking about? There. Okay, so you just pick them up. So this is completely wrong. This is completely wrong. But what it has done is it's given us a picture of a tortoise being weighed. That one's 294 grams. So, you know, kind of works as well. Kind of works as well. That's lovely. And then the final, take him to prison to visit some of the people with the least heinous crimes to demonstrate that it doesn't take a lot to go down the wrong path and scare him straight. TB's going for a scare him straight tactic, and it's absolutely a valid way of going about it. Absolutely a valid way of going about it. These days, especially in America, with the 3 strikes and out policy that are in certain states, you say, hey, this guy serving a life sentence for stealing some video cassettes from a Blockbuster. But then you have to say, oh, what's a video cassette? And it's, you know, that could be an issue. But scaring them straight, absolutely a wonderful idea. I wasn't thinking about it for a cat, but could be worth a try. Yeah, just a claw machine type situation. You enjoying this? Well, you've got to be a good boy, because good boys don't go to Sky Jail. Could be a good name for a song. My goodness. And then final round, guys. Points all round. Points all round for that. Points all round. Points all round. My goodness. Points all round. And the final one that we've got, Notmewood. Okay, yeah, we got some time. We got some time. That's good. What's a mental thing you could do to make your wedding day terribly unique? I'm excited for what you're going to answer here, guys. Very, very excited. So do let me know. We were working with Angelina Jolie today. Whew. Incredible. Incredible. Number 1. Angelina Jolie in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. In this one, she's co-starring with me, but in the real one, she co-starred with Mr. Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much, because I'm Shania Twain. We already did that one. Number 2. That was pretty easy. Number 2, girl, interrupted. This is, yeah, maybe the best I've ever done. Maybe the best I've ever done. It does look seamless, doesn't it? But in reality, I'm taking the role of the lovely Winona Ryder. The wonderful Winona Ryder. All the youngsters out there. The mom from Stranger Things? Don't get me started. Number 3. Wanted. Almost about to kiss, I guess. Can I kiss? If she really wants to. God, I'm not going to stand in her way. But I am taking the role there of a young James McAvoy, a very young James McAvoy there. Looks like a wee little Scottish baby. Already with the taste for iron brew. Angelina Jolie, number 4, in The Tourist. I am taking the role of cool dude Johnny Depp. That's pretty good. Cool dude Johnny Depp. Did get great reviews, that film, but how could it be bad with Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp in it? How could it be? Finally, Hackers. This is a tricky one. It's Johnny Lee Miller. Look, see, he's got the stuff on his projected onto his face. Win some, you lose some, don't you? Eh? Win some, you lose some. Johnny Lee Miller. And interest for those who are interested, fact fans. He was the groom for this wedding, so it all relates to each other. Again, that's great quiz mastering. Wonderful, wonderful quiz mastering. Let's have a look at some of these musings. Oh, well done for those. If you got those right, I think if you got Johnny Lee Miller. Johnny Lee Miller's a tricky one. Hackers isn't a particularly celebrated film these days, so if you got Johnny Lee Miller, I think give yourself some croc points. Give yourself some croc points. They don't count towards the final score, but I do hope they make you feel nice. Yeah, like a lovely belly full of porridge. Maybe they should be called porridge points. No. Musing. Definitely not due to have the dress code be come as your favorite Nicolas Cage character. That is terrifically unique. Dress codes is a great way to go, a great avenue to go down, because then it kind of gets rid of the thing of like, oh, what am I wearing for this wedding? I mean, for a man, it's, you know, they'll tend to wear just whatever suit I own. But well done, definitely not Tudor. Well deserved, very well deserved. A dress code, it gets away from the, oh, I'm just going to wear something nice. I'm just going to wear something to look the best I can. You bring in a dress code, a very specific fancy dress, costume party style dress code, and immediately everything gets thrown out the window. That lovely dress that the person was going to wear that was very flattering. No. Because you've got to buy a slightly balding wig and a wife beater and jeans and go as Cameron Poe from Con Air or something. You've got to carry a bunny all the time. And then you've got to throw the bunny on the floor. And then you've got to ask somebody, could you pick that up, please? And they pick it up. And then you say, hey, put the bunny down. Put the bunny down. And they say, I think you're hamming up that accent a little bit. And you say, thank you so much. I was hoping to be authentic. What else could you be? You could be Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage from The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. He's got a very dark beard in that one. That one would be quite interesting. Pig. Because then you just don't really have to make much of an effort at all and you get lovely wispy hair. Mandy. Just douse yourself in blood or blood-like substance. That could be really good. And just carrying some... Does they have an enormous axe or something in that film? There's a little bit of a fever dream for me. I can't remember it all perfectly. But yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice. Who would you dress as then? Definitely. If somebody else had done come as your favourite Nicolas Cage character, who is definitely not due to dressing up as? That's what I'm interested in. T.B. Douglas, structuring the wedding like a constitutional convention and having the delegates, guests, vote on our wedding. Wow. Let's read that again. There's a lot going on. Structuring the wedding like a constitutional convention and having the delegates/guests vote on our wedding. So if things go poorly, then you could end up married to a different member of your guests, the assembled people. That's high stakes, TB. That's high stakes. You want to end up marrying the person that you love. That's what you want to do. That's kind of, again, I'm not an expert, but that seems like wedding 101. Get married to the person you're in love with. If you're bringing in this element of like, ooh, interesting, we might be getting married to somebody else, I think you could be in trouble. I think you could be having a real bad time if you got to start. Then, and of course, a lot of these people you'd be related to, you got to marry your Uncle Frank. Oh, hi Frank, how you do? Well done. Congratulations for securing the votes. You know, that's an interesting. Like I say, it's high stakes, and people would remember it. SEO Beck 72, bride and groom leave the reception in a golden Roman chariot pulled by 4 white horses. Oh my God, how grand! How grand! A chariot. A chariot would be wonderful. And the horses. I mean, you're specifying the race of the horses, which is This is your world, SJBeck72. It's entirely up to you. That's might not. You might get some pushback on that. I would just pre-warn you. But yeah, to lead the reception on a chariot. My fear would be, not my fear, but if twere my wedding, and I knew that I would be leaving on a golden chariot, I'd probably want to arrive on the chariot, and I might not ever want to get off the chariot. It might be a case of, you bring my plate of food up to me on my chariot, I'm going to eat it up here, and then I'll pass the plate back down to you. That kind of thing. Like, first dance, get on the horse. Let's have a dance with the chariot. Because I think you'd want to get the bang for your buck, chariot-wise. But that's a lovely idea. Really, really nice idea. Nana Hobob, install ejector seats under the chairs for our guests without telling anyone. They would be triggered by different words that may or may not come up during the ceremony. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's really good. Especially if you tailor it to each specific person. So if each person has a word that they overuse, and you can kind of key it in every time this person says, I'm not being funny, right? Boom, they're off. It's actually something that I've been working on. I've been working through my trauma. They're 6 feet in the air. Okay, yeah. So, hey, I'm not sure if anybody told you, but I'm kind of into IPAs. Out. Although in that scenario, they would have to have them. That guy was just walking around. He was milling at that point, so it'd have to be in his shoes. Gosh, there's a lot of logistics to go into that, but it's nice. And it has that air of tension. You want that, because the tension is the person going to show up? Is everybody going to show up and everybody's ready to do this thing and get connected for life? But once that tension's gone, sometimes a wedding is a little bit lacking if it's all just okay, well, everyone's happy now. Is that fun? A little bit of tension. If I say the wrong thing, I might break my legs. That's pretty good. Monkey Pixie Funk would love this Nick Cage wedding dress code. That's great. Definitely not Judah. I've done several, but either H.I. McDonough from Raising Arizona or the janitor from Willy's Wonderland. Let's get back to this example situation. Wait, get back into that. Get back into that. I mean, that's nice and simple, but by God, it's impactful, isn't it? That's really nice. Gosh, you see. What an image. You want to watch him, don't you? You want to watch him. You just want to see what he's doing. He's got it. Nick Cage, a pure shot of Cage madness. Their idea of fun is killer. Lovely stuff. Nana would do Nick Cage from Snake Eyes. All right, well, while we're here. Oh, it's a lovely leather jacket, isn't it? Oh, yep. That's great. Look at this guy. Yeah. What a suit. Yeah, that's really nice. But it's a nice loose-fitting suit as well. So you know you've got that comfort. Points all round, guys. Points all round. For everybody who got involved in that musing. So those are all the points you're going to get, right? Wrong! We are already at 90 minutes gone, so I'm going to try and get through this as quick as I can. It is incredibly hot here at the moment. We've gone through midsummer, as Eldridge Joanne mentioned right at the start of the show, to Midsummer. It's very hot. It's very, very hot. And so, just because it was on my mind, let's get the thing in there. Let's get the thing in there. It's the cage content you needed today. Better than chores. Am I right, Nana? Better than chores. I've written something on the light box. I can see it, but you can't see it because the contrast is noodle around with. Every guess is in its own chat window, but you can have as many guesses as you want in the minute to guess. It's a hot day, guys. What do I want on a hot day? I want ice cream. Flavors of ice cream / sorbet. Let's get them in the chat. Let's hear that music. Rocky Road, lovely. Mint choc chip, yes. Mango, fabulous. Rainbow, says Nana. Happy Pride Month. Vanilla, absolutely valid. Strawberry, beautiful. Dulce de leche from Maple Powder, lovely. Pistachio, yes. Chocolate peanut butter, chocolate vanilla, chocolate mint choc chip, chocolate peanut butter. A lot of people love the chocolate peanut butter. Lemon, says TB. Raspberry ripple, yeah. Salted caramel, Marion berry. We're getting into the weird ones now. Fish food, yes. Lemon, says SJZ. Lemon sorbet. Everybody loves the lemon. Cherry, raspberry sorbet. Bubblegum, coffee, banana. Hispanic banana. Anybody else? Vanilla bean, hazelnut, yes. Strawberry, Neapolitan, birthday cake, yes. Technically not a flavor, but it technically is a flavor. Coconut, brownie batter, coffee. Let's wait for those last few to come trickling in. Oh. Who here is now hungry for ice cream? If I don't get ice cream tonight, I'm gonna be upset. Come on, man, George. We need to go and get some ice cream. It's very hot for me. Maybe you can. Somebody's won, guys. Somebody's won. It was a popular answer, but the first person was TB Douglas. Congratulations, TB. An extra bonus 2 points for you. Will that be enough to take you over the edge? Who knows? Who knows? I wouldn't want to say. But congratulations to you all. But while you are totting up your scores and getting them into the chat, wait, let's get the chat box back up. While you're getting your scores into the chat, I have to remind you, I feel like I have to remind you that in this quiz, you're only competing against yourself, guys. There's no point threshold to being smart. If you've got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, then you are smart. Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others or box office numbers. It becomes successful when you say, yeah, that's great. If you think your performance today was great, then it was great. No two ways about it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, not live, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below, because I would love to hear how you did. Also, if you earned any croc points, feel free to let me know about the croc points. If you feel like you should have earned some croc points, but it wasn't covered in the thing, I would love to hear your case. Like, well, I did this. Or if you want to demonstrate some extra knowledge to get some croc points, it won't help towards your score, but it's going to make you feel good. Yeah, it's going to make you feel good. Let's have a look. What have we got? Turning lemons into 2 points aid, says Nana. That's the kind of work that you should be really proud of, Nana. That's excellent. When life gives you lemons, turn them into 2 points aid. 10 points for SJ Beck 72, double figures. Well done, you. Definitely not doodle with a whopping 15. Excellent stuff. 13 for Nana Hobber. Well done, you. 18 for TB. My word. I think that is tied with the highest ever. I think definitely got 18 once. So that is, nobody's beaten that today. Nobody's beaten that. Lots count, sorry. Probably 9. let's bump it up one more, Maple Panda. Let's say 10. Let's say 10 for Maple Panda. Lovely, lovely stuff. And a nice reminder that if you pay for Amazon Prime, that you can support Notme without costing you another penny. Go to gaming.amazon.com/home to link your accounts and subscribe to whoever you like. Although it really should, I think it probably should be me. Nice one at TB Douglas. Congratulations for the next quiz, which will be in 3 weeks' time. TB, you get to choose whichever round you want. What larks. So thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I am Notme. I am Art. And I hope you join me next time. As I say, in 3 weeks. We've got an Art Right Now next week. Make sure you do the Snap Quest. Color. Make sure you get your photos into me. I am Notme, iamart @gmail.com. The week after that will be a fallow week because it's 4th of July, which is big for Americans, big for the UK this year. Big election coming up. But the next quiz, you'll have another opportunity to improve your art and say to yourself, I am smart. You are smart. Definitely. You are smart, Nana. You are smart. S.J. Beck. 72. Have a lovely week, guys. Stay cool. And I will see you next time.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.